Hey, this is Neil, and welcome to my life. My full name is Nathaniel Luis Gonzalez Orbello, but you can just call me Neil. I was born and raised in Mandaluyong City, Philippines on December 18, 1996. I'm the oldest of three brothers, and I lived there for 10 years. I was a very shy kid growing up. I think that contributed to the fact that I didn't talk until the age of 4. I was very socially awkward and very shy. I moved a lot when I was a kid. I went to 3 different nursery schools. I finally settled in a school called Southridge All Boys School from grades 1 to 3. I was very fortunate of traveling a lot as a kid. I dedicate this all to my parents and wanted to make me and my brothers happy. After living in the Philippines my entire life, my parents decided they wanted a change of pace. We moved to Indonesia as a family. I was in grade 4 when I moved, and I didn't want to leave my friends. But I understood why we moved, so I moved on too. I went to Jakarta International School, and I was surprised that there were many people of different cultures there. I instantly became quite comfortable, and I adjusted well as people welcomed me. While my time in Jakarta, I played a lot of sports. I played basketball, soccer, and tennis. While my time in Jakarta was short-lived, I made a lot of great friends, had a lot of great memories, and I would never forget them forever. I was a new kid in a different country again. I felt intimidated moving to another country, because I thought this country was predominantly Caucasian. Immediately when I landed in the airport, it was a very big culture shock. The country was filled with immigrants, and I felt we weren't alone at all. The only thing we needed adjusting was the weather. I also needed friends. I went to school at Johnson Heights Secondary School, and it was very welcoming. There were many people of different ethnicities, and that was very relieving as I didn't feel alone. I've made plenty of friends during my time in Johnson Heights. However, I didn't know what to do after high school, so I took a shot at information technology at Quality Polytechnic University. At first, I was very interested in the program. I learned more about computers, the software side, and the hardware side. It was very interesting. As time went by, I felt disconnected and very uninterested in the subject. Nonetheless, I continued doing the program even though I was very unhappy. That was one of the biggest mistakes in my life. After failing my 3rd subject, I just said, enough is enough. I just dropped out of the program and decided searching for another program for me. Thanks to my mom, she suggested this program called New Media Design and Web Development, because she knew I was very interested in web development. So I just said, why not? Just do it for a year. 1 year later, I graduated from the certificate program with an A average. I never knew I would do that ever. I've made great friends and made great connections. The certificate program was a very good experience for me, but I want to improve my skills even further. So for that, I decided to go into the Digital Design and Development Diploma program. I want to get into the D3 program because I want to further extend my knowledge in the field. I am very excited for what the future holds for me, and I just can't wait to get into the program. And that's that. That's my life, Neil Orbello.
Let me start with this inspiring quote by an author named Gilroy Ulster. With every passing day, we add a page to our personal story, an illustrative script that casts our character shape by an implacable external environment and fashioned by a supple state of inwardness. The author is absolutely correct in what he's trying to emphasize, similar to my personal story, where it begins in the country of Philippines in the year 1996. Both of my parents are teachers and Catholics, and they taught us, me and my sister, the true values of being Christians. Moreover, I grew up as an athlete because of the influence of my father, and I used to represent my native country and was competing overseas. But during the time when I was still an athlete, the passion of being a designer were growing because of varieties of cultures that I experienced from traveling. And that is why I started nourishing my skills and then learning all I needed to know about art design. So when we moved to Canada, I was so happy because the path of achieving my dream to become a media designer is already been set. But we all know that there is no shortcuts for success. And so I finished my high school at Earl Mariot Secondary, and right after I graduated from high school, I went directly to BCIT and achieved a certificate in new media design. But that wasn't enough because I am only halfway through my dreams. Finally, only 1 mere year to finish my digital design diploma, and I can't stop foreseeing myself as a commendable designer in the future. But when it's all said and done, I will continue to be better, not only as a designer, but also as a person that will never forget where I came from.